Welcome back, everyone. So if you're an experienced professional, you might feel like you've just suddenly hit a wall. Today, we're looking at a super fascinating piece of analysis produced by AscendPath Career Strategies in this explainer that breaks down exactly why that happens. Okay, let's dive into this. We're going to look at why the playbook you've relied on your entire career suddenly just stops working and how you can finally step out of that endless tactical grind to break through that ceiling.
Why is your hard work stalling? Man, it's an incredibly frustrating question, isn't it? You've put in the hours, you've done everything quote-unquote right, and yet at a certain point in your career, the usual advice just completely stops being enough. You might be watching your peers get tapped for VP or senior leadership roles, while you're sitting there left wondering why your momentum just feels totally frozen in place. I really want to validate that frustration right now. It is such a common friction point for top talent, and today we're going to uncover exactly why this happens.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is looking at the tactics we've literally all heard a million times. Update your resume, apply more often, network more, practice interviewing, right? This is the generic career advice handed out everywhere, from university career centers to endless online articles. But here is the secret the source material reveals. Experienced professionals are rarely held back by a lack of effort. I mean, you already know how to work hard. You've probably spent your weekends meticulously tweaking resume bullet points. But applying to 100 more jobs with the same generic approach, it just isn't the magic key anymore.
I really want to emphasize this next point because it totally validates the absolute grind you might be experiencing. Doing those tactical things, updating your resume, practicing for interviews, none of that is wrong. Actually, scratch that. It's just completely incomplete. Those actions are totally insufficient when you're an experienced pro trying to move into higher-level strategic roles. You're playing a completely different game now. Relying solely on the basics right now, well, it's like trying to win a master-level chess match by only moving your pawns. You absolutely need a broader strategy to win.
And this brilliantly illustrates the real disconnect. You might think the issue is a lack of effort or ambition or capability. But honestly, that's a total myth. You have those in spades. The real issue holding you back is having weaker positioning than your experience actually deserves. Ask yourself, do you suffer from low strategic visibility within your industry? Is your actual experience vastly stronger than the story the market is currently telling about you? Or, and this is super common, do you just have no real plan for a promotion, a pivot, or long-term leverage? A muddy narrative will stall even the most capable professional out there.
So the crucial point is this. As your career grows, generic advice breaks down. That is exactly where strategy absolutely has to take over. You need to pivot away from mere tactics and really focus on strategic positioning. You need a finely tuned leadership narrative, a story that doesn't just list what you've done, but tells the market exactly who you are and the distinct value you bring to the table. Combine that with deliberate advancement planning and, most importantly, a clear point of view on where you're going and why. You literally have to dictate the narrative rather than just letting the market guess your value.
Let's move to and see how this builds, because real career growth is never, ever built on random tactics. According to the source material, it actually rests on 3 intentional pillars. Step 1, clarity, knowing exactly what your value is and where you want to go. Step 2, positioning, aligning your professional story so that decision makers instantly recognize that value. And step 3, intentional moves over time. It's all about playing the long game, you guys. It's making deliberate, strategic choices rather than just reacting to whatever job opening happens to pop up next on your feed. Outgrowing generic advice means building a true, robust career strategy.
So, if you're sitting there realizing that you really need to make this crucial shift, it's probably time to seek out the right expertise to help you build that framework. You can partner with AscendPath Career Strategies for the long-term strategic development and guidance you need to finally elevate your trajectory. You can find them and start building your plan right here at www.ascendpathcareers.com. So, I'm going to leave you with this final provocative thought as you look at your own professional path. Are you ready to stop applying and start positioning?